agree. Like I was saying before, she's kind of fills a similar role as Zenyatta, just offense and defense both kind of available to her. Plays almost like a support McCree, if you can think of that at all. But she's actually, Veineless is actually keeping his distance a little further behind everyone, not just constantly shooting, definitely actually playing the healer role and not that flex at the moment.
Definitely the defense, Anna. I have to say, I can heal you, but I have to shoot you is a concept that does take some getting used to, but I guess these guys are fine with it.
Man, and everyone called it, and I thought, that just sounds so weird, but it's an interesting character design. It seems to be a pretty well thought out, good kit. It's keeping everyone healed pretty well. But as we move forward a little bit, Genji is going to start to become a bit of a problem as Hymzi does get up there. Zombs actually 3 kills very quickly. Last couple hoggles.
Oh, man.
It stopped them from getting this first shot in this fast time.
Yeah, the whole hog was just so good there from Zombs. Absolutely stonkingly beautiful. Fragi, in the meantime, it's going to take him a little while to get back into the fight here, but I am very eager to see what's going to happen with that pulse bomb. We could be seeing a very big turnaround. I'm going to go back to Veineless so far, and I have to say, he's just been staying out of trouble, constantly healing, doing a very good job.
He was on that bridge when things started to go down.
Oh, Joshua, we're going to have to restart the call. You've gone robotic again.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and dial again. No problem at all. Let's go ahead and do that. In the meantime, Veineless now thinking about doing a little bit of damage. By the looks of things, getting a bit of shooting onto Mafu, in addition to healing his teammates there. TwoEasy also has Deadeye available as things currently stand, so we'll see if he is able to make use of that from the high ground.
Hello, I'm back. 2 minutes have bled off the clock now for the attackers. And Fragi trying to get around as the Tracer not able to really find any soft targets off on her own, so she needs to wait for the tanks to get in place, wait for that engagement to happen, then Tracer really can shine as she finds some targets. But payload is moving, Deadeye's active, we've got Transcendence on the cart itself. This is their best honest effort at trying to get into this first checkpoint, but we do have the sword out from Hymzi. He's going to pop Deflect halfway through, try and get some kills. Earthshatter in the face of Hymzi, drops him to the ground and kills him. Fragi still alive, sinking a lot of damage into those tanks, but now catches the healing debuff from Anna, immediately rewinds to drop the healing debuff. Good move there. Shadowburn standing as the defense last hope, and he falls quickly as the rest of his team is dead around him. So that is going to be the first checkpoint. Well secured there by SG-1 as they continue moving forward. Veineless still on that Anna, who has her ult available for the second stretch. TwoEasy and Clock go down very quickly, though, to that forward offense.
Exactly right. I was watching Fragi that entire time. As soon as it became clear the point was getting taken, he was off being super sneaky snake on Tracer, and he's continuing to look for openings where he can move on to the left. He now, by the way, has Mafu scouting for him, so where Mafu says the enemy is, that is why Fragi is patiently waiting in the back, because he'll be able to go the other way and set up a really nice flag with the pulse bomb.
Yeah, Fragi already ready to blink across. There he does, and gets the kill on Clock. Very nice stuff there from Fragi. Payload still continues to push very easily. No contesting happening at all. Zappis pops the Deadeye, does not get a kill with it, but does pull the trigger. Genji actually going to fall shortly after that, so offense on a roll here as Veineless and Zombs both go down as well. Hymzi dashing across, tries to deal with TwoEasy. TwoEasy gets a nice stun grenade to stay alive slightly longer, but now he's going to get surrounded by Winston and Genji. Not going to last long, and the second checkpoint will be hit at about 3 minutes 45 seconds, so pretty good pace set by SG-1. The second stretch was almost no problem at all.
Fragi already with another pulse bomb. I mean, he was just all over the place doing so much damage during that passage of the game. Let's take a look at what the ultimates look like on the other side of the map, though. TwoEasy with the ultimate, Shadowburn and Zombs, all with ultimates available on the side of Weunited. So we'll see if this allows SG-1 to slow down. As things stand, they're really not losing much momentum at all.
All right, what are we seeing now from the defense? No real switches on any heroes, trying to stay with what they got. Oh, that is okay. The Anna is gone now. Veineless on that Lucio makes a lot of sense here for the final stretch. Forsaken on that Diva gets the kill on Fragi the Tracer, but defense is starting to fall without Shadowburn there to wipe things up. Things are looking kind of scary as they approach this final stretch. Zombs goes down on the Roadhog. He may want to switch it now just to something a little bit faster. Expect to see the Winston come out, but there is a little bit of time for them to contest, so we're going to see a big battle here at the end.
Alright, Shadowburn, he's doing it. He's got the sword out. Can he make it count just like he has so far tonight, though? He gets taken out by Zappis. And Zappis has Deadeye available as well if we have necessity to clear this up. At the moment, the payload is right on top of the point, and it will get completed very promptly indeed. Zappis definitely the MVP in the final fight. Let's take a look at the defensive composition this time around. There is no Ana play, and unfortunately, we don't get to see Ana on offense, so we don't get to see the contrast between the two, as Veineless has opted to stay on Lucio, but we're going to get a cracking game anyway.
Right, as the doors open now, start my timer, make sure everyone's on the same page time-wise, but as the attackers move out, you can see the defense posted up on Big Earl's gas station. They have a 24-hour service, but there's no one actually working the counter. I did notice that. They don't even have a counter, so the 24 hours thing, I think it's outdated. Maybe, but there's also no refunds. But as we move forward, defense just waiting patiently, trying to figure out their spot to drop down. They usually want to do it at the tightest choke possible, and now we see they are going to leap into the face of the defense very aggressively. Forsaken just backing off with that defensive matrix up. Not able to get any kills just yet. Shadowburn on the offense actually getting taken out by Mafu, the Winston, so everything looking good for defense to start us off.
Yep, at the moment, things are pretty stable. Mafu looking to see if he can actually sneak in on the other side through the tunnel, seeing if he can flank as Winston with the Tesla cannon. That would have been kind of interesting. I don't think he can quite get away with it, frankly, 1v5. We'll see what they can do. Hymzi, in the meantime, is being very patient from up top. TwoEasy getting a flashbang off on him, but he pays for that with his life. Hymzi is not impressed at all.
Yeah, Hymzi, a tough Genji to impress, it seems, deflecting and getting out of there once again away from Forsaken. Just bouncing around with that Harmony Orb. Feels like the good old days with Zenyatta, his buddy. And finally pairing up again.
I miss Zenji.
Oh, yeah, well, you're not going to miss it ever again until they patch him again. Because it seems pretty good.
Flash poll, Zenji or Genyatta?
I think Zenji just sounds so much better, yeah. But here we go. Defense hopping down once again. There is a sound barrier, Earth Shatter. We got Transcendence, double Transcendence. Deadeye coming out from Zappis, finds 2 kills. Shadowburn, no, Hymzi's actually got the sword out, looking for some blue guys to kill. Forsaken gets popped out of the suit and finished off. Shadowburn, last person standing. And the timer is working definitely against Weunited now. Only about 3 minutes left to finish this entire map.
Fragi wins the award for best timing there. Sound barrier getting popped just as everyone has enough HP to be floored by Earth Shatter. Beautiful.
Yeah, good stuff. Reunited. Sorry. No, I wasn't even trying to say reunited. I was trying to say regrouping. Weunited regrouping.
Yes!
That's a fake. That one doesn't count. Anyway, explosions happening all over the place. We've got the Diva ult and the sound barrier. Shadowburn has his sword out. Pop and deflect halfway through. Does secure him 2 kills there. Looking for a third on Hymzi. Genji versus Genji airborne action. Hymzi comes out on top. So that means finally Weunited is starting to push, but Hymzi is the last person. Can he try to get a kill on clock if he is going to go down anyway? Like we talked about, if it's assumed you're going to die, might as well try and take someone with you. It's still about 2 minutes and 20 seconds, but they're going to need no contesting from SG-1 if they have any hopes of finishing this map faster.
Exactly right. They've added 2 minutes onto their timer. So at 5 minutes and 2 seconds, am I correct in thinking when the current timer hits 58 seconds, that's it? That's it.
Roughly. It's like 55 seconds, I think. Okay. But yeah.
That's going to be pretty difficult with these positions, simply because we actually have the high ground being taken by SG-1 right now. They're all together. They're all gathered behind Fragi at the moment. Everyone's being very jealous. Zappis, though, gets killed out of nowhere, and Fragi dropping those shields was disastrous for SG-1. I wasn't expecting that.
The Deadeye timing is what it was. TwoEasy. Perfect. Just patience there to pull the trigger as soon as that shield went down, but they are making a very quick sprint through this last section. I think the very last stretch is a bit tougher, though. Usually does manage to be contested at least a little bit, even though Weunited couldn't. SG-1 might be able to do it. About a minute and a half right now to try and get this working.
And they're contesting now so that they can try and put it beyond doubt. If they're able to get a full team wipe right now on Weunited, then that is going to be basically unbeatable in terms of time. We'll see if they're able to do that, though. Zappis at the moment still going strong, but Shadowburn takes him out. Shadowburn once again coming into his own. Payload reaching its destination. Joshi, this is looking possible.
This is very interesting. I think it is possible. They've got just under a minute, about 50 seconds. So if the timer at the top hits around 2:50, it will be too late for them to try and beat that time. They have to go straight through here. They have to have no opposition. Veineless saying this card it just refuses to move, even though they're all sitting on top of it. They have to wait for the door to be totally open. You can't risk bumping the sides when delivering harmful payloads. Diva Explosion coming out now, gets 2 kills, Forsaken for the offense. Fragi and Hymzi both down. Mafu popping his Winston ult, trying to stay alive as long as he can. He had the Discord Orb on him, not going to stay alive too long as he gets out of there. Seita on the payload, though. This is the important part. Keeping that payload under his control, this is mathematically impossible now. I'm calling it. I'm giving SG-1 the win because this is no way with any amount of contesting they're going to be able to get that point, and that is a GG. SG-1 bringing the series now 2 games to 3 against Weunited.